So recently, very recently, a lot of legislation has been passed regarding people's pronouns and sexual preference and orientation. So we're gonna discuss a few of those instances.
Yeah, that's a good way to sum that up.
Mm.
I like, comment, and subscribe. I'm TK, aka Himothy,
And I'm Darius, aka The One,
and
this is Mind the Gap. So the first one I want to discuss is the one you sent me the other day, where it said that Michigan had passed a law that it was now illegal to mispronounce people and like use the wrong pronouns or something.
Mm-hmm.
So at first I was like, that's kind of messed up. Or
Mhm.
like, then I was like, I kind of understand it, like on the terms of like, call me what I want to be called. But then I took a step back and I was like, let me actually read the bill and see what it said. Turns out pronouns are never even mentioned in the bill.
Mm-hmm.
So what I found out is you can look it up, and I'm gonna have the link to the document where you can check it out yourself. First of all, it's not a law; it's a proposed bill, so it hasn't passed yet. Like I said, pronoun is not used in the bill, and apparently this just amends a section of a law that already exists that made ethnic intimidation legal.
Mm-hmm.
What they did was modify the law by changing ethnic intimidation to a hate crime.
Mm-hmm.
So they just generalized it, and they added it onto the list of protected characteristics, which includes race of color, religion, now includes sex, sexual orientation, gender identity of expression, physical or mental disability, age, ethnicity, national origin, or association or affiliation with any of the things I just basically listed.
So basically, just an extra charge on a charge you already get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
yeah,
don't.
like,
and what I need people to understand, it's not like if you use somebody's pronoun, they be like, "Oh, you harassed me." It clearly states what what the boundaries are, and that's intimidation, which means repeated harassment, causing bodily injury or damage of property and things like that. You actually have to commit hate crimes.
Yeah,
in order to be
you already got to
charged
be
with stuff.
doing a crime and then say something wild behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not wild, but say something that clearly shows that what is your intentions on doing this. Like, like regular stuff. Like if somebody beating up on me and they use the N-word or call me monkey while they beat me up.
Extra charge.
Extra charge.
That's
just an extra
That's a
charge.
little bit of
It's
salt on top of that.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't like the headlines, bro. I agree with you on that, bro. The headlines be trying to get you.
People
You know
just
what
saw
I'm
the
saying?
headlines. It was like, and
Oh, my
that's why I
goodness.
think there's stuff like the way they put it in the media is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because they created a division where there shouldn't be a division. Because I saw a lot of black people like, oh, so it's still okay to use the N-word.
Yeah, I saw that, man.
It's
I'm like, come on, bro.
Like,
Come
no,
on.
no, it's not. No, it's not.
For this. Not for what
this.
happens. Nah.
Nah, not for this.
If this still gonna be legal, I don't know why they get.
Nah, it's
come
not.
on, man.
But
Hush.
you know what? People don't read beyond the headlines.
That's fine though. That's why we have the podcast called Mind the Gap. These are the gaps.
These are the gaps.
These are the gaps we trying to bridge, man.
So yeah, man, this ain't attack on the First Amendment. This is just adding on to what already is.
What already is. Now, if you do want to get on to like the First Amendment, there's plenty of other states that are doing stuff for that.
Yeah, you got places like North Dakota,
Florida.
They enacted some real anti-pronoun.
Don't say gay bill.
Now they're actually doing discrimination.
I know. I'm saying, as far as I'm concerned, Ron DeSantis, his numbers are plummeting because of this extra curricular.
His whole woke agenda is not working.
This war that he has is really doing him no good. He's losing. He look
in his state too, because he's losing a lot of
in his state.
Yeah,
it was like, bro, get back to the real stuff, bro. This stuff it was cool at first.
But let me get through some of these. Like, okay, North Dakota, Republican Doug Burgum signed a bill into law that allows public school teachers and state government employees to ignore their pronouns and to ignore the pronouns their transgender students and colleagues use. The new law also requires teachers to tell parents or legal guardians if students identify as transgender. It also prohibits transgender students from using the bathroom of their choice without prior approval from the parent or guardian. Also says Burgum used the defense that it's basically gets to reaffirm the First Amendment right to free speech. I guess because if I want to be called something, apparently that's infringing on your your freedom of speech.
Apparently,
which is one of those.
that's the same.
That's one of those like yo right to swing your fist is where my nose begins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I tell you, like even me, if I say call me Dilla from now on,
Yeah,
and you like I want to call you Darius,
okay.
Me want my name to be called Dilla or refer to Dilla is not an infringement on your freedom of speech. And if it is, where does my right to be called what I want to be called? Like what is that?
Chad Ocho Cinco. Chad Ocho. If I want to call myself whatever I want to call, he got his name changed, but whatever. But that's that laws is kind of the same one that's in Kentucky.
Yeah.
But it was added in Kentucky that even if the parents signed off of it and they still couldn't make the accommodations for them in the bathroom, which is whatever.
I can understand the bathroom, whatever. But the part of that I don't like is that if a child identifies as transgender, then they go tell the parents. I don't like that because I don't know what kind of situation they got at home. And like if they go tell their parents like, they're gonna flip or they gonna like abuse the child. Because you got kids that's afraid to come out as gay because you don't know what type of situation they got at home. Then you butt into their rights, the kids' rights or whatever, and like overstep your bounds, and now you got their business out. And now, they may end up injured or something at home because, they don't have a safe environment at home.
Because going through those processes, from what I heard, is hard to do, especially when you ain't got no support from the loved ones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you feel like you just battling every day with who you trying to be and who you want to be.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that they are kids and kids are going to go through stuff and kind of figure themselves and feel their way out. But you got to allow them to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As parents, I know you want to guide them, put the guardrails up to make sure they protected, but you also got to give them that space to grow and be who they need to be. Show them love through the whole thing. So I do understand some of the laws. Don't really agree with them, but I do understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
I feel like the way they make, again, just how that is phrased, like you brought up, how it's phrased and what it's making it look, it does not help that community at all.
No, it doesn't.
It does not, like we all saying, even like, so if you're trying to protect that community, and then from where we found that headline, that you would think that they would be the main ones or to be trying to help that community, say, hey, well, let me phrase this right.
Yeah.
This is what this is. It's basically, this is an extra charge on top of something else.
Yeah.
Like resisting arrest. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you already done something.
We just gonna sprinkle this on top of it,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and then for me, it's not, these things are never that important to me. You know what I'm saying? And it may be because I'm not from that community. It may just be, that I feel like I deal with a lot more other things that are important. It could be that I feel like is like out of all the things for us to worry about as Americans, as one, not as a black man, not as a man, just as a community, as a nation. Those, like, calling somebody what they want to be called should be
very
at the
low
bottom
on my list of priorities. You know what I'm saying?
What do you want to be called?
Especially like we don't even gotta get into the discussion. Like people refuse to see the difference between sex and gender. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't even gotta get into that. Just if you somebody want to be called something, it doesn't like I don't.
It has to be really out of pocket for me not to call you something.
Like if a man want me to call him delicious.
Like,
you gotta be out of pocket for me. Like,
I'll just call you D.
I'll just call you D. Like, we gotta compromise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we gotta be so.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can understand that, but I don't like that kind of stuff. Really doesn't bother me. And I'm a true proponent of a person that believes like the best ideas will win out in the end. More or less, depending on who got the power.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro.
I'm also not afraid to be challenged or like. A lot of parents out there just lazy and don't do the actual work behind their kids. So when they like, oh, we gonna give more rights to the parents ain't been using the rights they already had.
That's what I understand, bro. Like when they be like, not to go out too far off subject. When you look at
that's on subject. Cause
no. I'm talking about me, about what I'm about to say. Like not to go too far off subject is like when they bring up these book bans and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, are you reading them?
Yeah.
Out of all the books in the library, you gonna limit the you think? Like, from my understanding, it's like 1.6 million people that identify as transgender or non-binary. 1.6 people, young adults. I don't think we need a book ban for 1.6.
No.
Not saying that it's just like the way we make it seem.
I don't think we need a book ban. Period.
First of all, yeah, you absolutely right.
I don't think any book should be outlawed.
Nothing.
I think if there's ideas that you don't like, you should be educated enough to challenge them. Or like, I know like in one instance, they was like, oh, they got this book in this library, but this book is in the adult section. Won't you be a parent? Now let your kid wander over to the adult section to read this book.
Man,
won't you actually be a parent and parent?
Who cares?
Or like we have ways we can do this. You can put books with more adult things in them in a separate part where you got to get written permission to look at them, whatever. But I don't think taking these books out of the school is the answer.
And they be ODing with it though. Like a lot of like parents, they not parents, but a lot of congressmen, they was actually taking away funding from school libraries that kept certain books in there.
Yeah.
Just to be petty. And I think in one state, they was just being petty because the library like issued a complaint against them about something, and they was like, stop the funding. Just because to be petty. Over some books that y'all not even reading.
Yeah.
I can't even think of last
that y'all
time.
didn't even know was in there until somebody made a stink about it. That like nobody kids came up, oh, this book got this and that in it. Like nobody's paying attention to these books.
It's once they said it in the media, bro. And this is my thing with media.
And a lot of places they say they found the books, we still don't even have a name for it.
Bro, and a lot of
they found them in high school. What high school?
And then that's a fact. And the standards that they have to pick and choose the books that are allowed enough are lackluster. You have like one person trying to go through like 300 different books. And this person has to read every book and then tell you that. And then I think it was a lady, she was like, I don't even read like the front cover. So I'm not even really reading. And then now in the backfire, because a lot of places, your book ban that says that you can't have this and that and that applies to the Bible. So now your Bible not in the book, not in the library. That's what you did. You shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
So I don't know why the book ban is so important or why there's like townhouse meetings about it, but it doesn't make sense. Like all the things that we could be fighting on. And to get back on subject, like just call somebody what they want to be called. It's that simple.
Here's the thing, because moving on to Florida.
Oh man, Florida's trash.
Florida does a lot of the same things North Dakota does. Says the proposal tightens restrictions on school lessons about sexual identity and gender orientation, which lawmakers say should happen at home, which a lot of people don't do. And I think the more educated person should be the one teaching you as well as teaching what you got at home. But that's me. You know what I'm saying? It requires libraries to pull books from shelves within 5 days if someone objects to the content. So if somebody comes in there like, I don't like what's in this book, the library got 5 days to get rid of the book. What kind of precedent does that set?
For me, if the kids want to read, listen, if the kid want to read a book, let them read. I can't remember the last time I saw a child read. Right? I remember
they be on these tablets.
I remember when I worked back at the old place, and I brought a book to work. It was like a phenomenon. Like it was like, oh my God, what's going on over there? What you got there? Oh, you read books? Am I not?
You be reading like, yeah.
Am I a slave? Hey, what's going on? I'm gonna get hit for this?
That's
like, you know what I'm saying? I'm
funny.
looking around
funny.
like, come on, bro. Like, it's not like them.
You be reading?
Yeah, bro. It's not even like them students. Right? When I be watching them Townhouse Beats, bro, it's not even like y'all reading the books.
They don't.
Y'all just restricting the books as if they doing it as if they just sitting there only pointing the kids in sexual identity books. Like go here, go there. Now they got the Huckleberry Finn. Now you can't have that in there. Anything talk about race. Anything they talk, you know what I'm saying? So like
and the thing that like they afraid like, oh, this is indoctrinating kids. It's not. It's exposing to different points of view and like different people that's over them. Like if
there's stuff out here.
Yeah, like
period.
If you need to be prepared for this, because these same kids gonna have these same questions at home that you're not prepared for.
Yeah,
because you close off to the world about it.
They'll give them something, but it's gonna be incorrect.
Yeah,
like it usually is when closed-minded people. They're gonna give them what they think.
Yeah,
not what they know.
And how is that not indoctrination?
That's a fact. Because they're the parents.
How is not exposing them to other points of view the opposite of indoctrination?
That goes back to what we just talked about, where the hardest thing for people to realize or to accept is that their way of thinking is wrong. So I'm telling my child something that got me through life. Now, regardless of how I got through life, whether I felt like it was the right way or whether it was the right way or the wrong way, I'm still going to teach you the lessons that I have, even if they are wrong, because I made it this far with it. Mm-hmm. So if I feel like those people over there are this, that, and the third, I'm going to tell you that. I'm not going to tell you to go research something that I feel like I already know.
Which is crazy, because if you look at your life, it was rough.
Yeah, if you look, like,
history been rough in general. Maybe we need to open up some new ideas. Maybe we ain't thinking about how we got everything wrong. Maybe we need to start exploring a little bit more.
You gotta think that in some places, bro, they changing the textbook to say that slavery was not. Yeah,
We were workers.
we was not only workers, but we was treated good. That was textbooks now.
It'd be the most.
Not a lot.
It'd be the weakest people out there, so afraid of change, but
It's not
had a
even change
nerve to be
knowledge,
talking
bro.
about how everybody else snowflakes and stuff. Y'all are the weakest people who can't stand up to the most basic of ideas
Mm-hmm.
that shut all your shit down, and you refuse to accept the truth of what's right in front of you.
Shout out to all my anime fans. You know, that's watching right now. Shout out to y'all. But I will say, like, that one episode when Robin was with, like, when you see Robin how she grew up on One Piece.
Okay.
And she's with the people, and they was like, oh, this is that. And they came in, they realized, oh, what y'all talking about in here? Y'all talking about what happened that 100-year war or whatever it was? Buster Call. Blew up the whole island.
Everybody had to go.
Blew up the whole island.
Ohara
Just because of something, like, because of knowledge, because they was reading books. When I see these people fighting for these books, I think it's there's a movie called Fahrenheit
9/11.
No, Fahrenheit 451 with Michael B. Jordan. Even it's a remake of something where they burned all the books.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then also the other movie with Christian Bale, where you can't read books. It's legal to read books. Like those when people do this book ban, that's how
the
my mind goes.
Holocaust started. That's how the Holocaust started. Hitler started burning books. He didn't want people reading certain books.
That's wild, bro. And then I think there's another.
I'm tired of history repeating itself. At some point, we just gotta be like, yo.
Yeah, do y'all not see this? Like, do you not hear yourself?
Every social movement follow the same beats. You got one side saying we are oppressed. You got the other side saying the oppressed people is what's causing the issue. And then meanwhile, the government just taking away everybody's right. Well, I mean, that's all we got on the subject. Let us know what you guys think about the recent laws that have been passed regarding pronouns, banning books, bathroom situations.
Yeah.
And what you think about the law they're trying to pass in Michigan, where it just basically extends hate crime.
Yeah, just let us know how you feel, man. And also, just for us, let us know if you feel there's more stupid people in the world, more average people in the world, or more smart people.
Yeah, we're going to do a poll.
We're going to do a poll. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm TK, a.k.a. Himothy.
And I'm Darius, a.k.a. The One. And this is Mind the Gap.